And America is scared. America is scared, guys. Hey guys, welcome if you're new, welcome back to my channel if you're maybe. Anyway, so today's video is gonna be us discussing what's next. Okay, now that the Trump is the president, what's next, y'all? What is next? I will be discussing 3 topics today: more about the election and, you know, America as a whole, and the Me Too movement, and also the free corset movement as well. Just a little bit of it, give you guys a little insight of it. I did do some my own research on the topics, so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get right into this video. I'm gonna go ahead and start with what I'm very passionate about, is the fact that I genuinely do believe that America as a whole is a racist country. Fight me in the comments, period. Okay, so I was watching some people's reactions. A lot of people were crying, they were in tears and everything, and I felt bad, of course. It kind of made me like, damn, maybe I should have went and voted, but I still stand. I feel like I genuinely couldn't trust Kamala. That's why I did not vote at all. I didn't see any candidate that I would actually want to vote for, or even make me want to get up and sign that ballot, you know what I'm saying? And then to find out that 30 million ballots are missing and 3,000 ballots were burned down in, like, I don't know, it was Pennsylvania or something, but in one of the states, some ballots were burned. So there was really cheating involved. So to me, it's like you see, like, there's a reason why God prevented me from voting, you know? And that's why I have no shame in what I did. Maybe next election I'll probably vote. Who knows how I feel by then. I did not like that. And also, like, everyone was talking about how I mean, I've seen it for myself too. I've seen it myself in the comments during the live when they were like, when CNN was live, people were like, Latinos for Trump 2024. It was like what's it? Asians for Trump 2024, Indians for Trump 2024. And it was mind-boggling to me, and how much first, the one that mostly shocked me was the Latinos 2024 for Trump, because Trump has made it loud and clear how much he dislikes Latinos, like a lot. Like, he is ready to literally deport all the Latinos, all the gays, and everything. Like, he don't like nobody but white people. When he says "Make America Great Again," he's talking about making America white again, like that guy said in my last video when I was talking about the elections. The crazy thing is, although there's a lot of black men talking nonsense about Kamala and this and that on their podcasts and stuff, the ignorant black men that were mad that a black woman was going to be potentially a president of the United States, those ignorant ass men, they I'm so glad they were outnumbered by the majority of black people, because black people were the ones that really like, Kamala won when it came to race. Kamala was majority with the black folks, popular with black folks, and Trump was popular with, like, non-educated younger white men. So I'm like, and this is why they my man they're older. So that was, like, really shocking to me. I wasn't shocked that the black people voted for Kamala, hence she's black, but I was shocked that black men voted for Kamala, because there was so many podcasts speaking on how much they don't like her, to the point where even one of the guys literally called her B-I-C-C-H. Like, why are you calling her out her name for no reason? Like, she's just running for presidency. It was just crazy, you know, all due to the fact that she was the vice president with Biden. But I feel like, from what I've seen in the other day, yesterday I believe, people were talking about how they feel like Biden set her up because he had her run last minute, and I feel like that's wrong, because, like, you knew you wasn't gonna win, you knew you was too old to keep going, but you pretended to. Why didn't you just have her run to begin with? Why did you rerun? You know, and the fact that she only had 108 days to literally get where she was, the fact that she was even close enough to winning with just 100 days, while Trump had 365 days of promoting himself, it's astonishingly amazing. I am baffled. So I did not know that. If I had known, I know she joined last minute, but I didn't know it was only 100 days. 100 days is like 4 months out of 12 months of the year. There's no way someone was going to win. But the fact that she even came close to winning, I applaud to her. And if she were to run again next election, I would definitely be upfront voting for her. That's where I'm at right now. My next statement that I want to speak on is the 4B movement, aka Me Too movement. And I would like you guys to first watch some of these clips first before I even speak on it myself.
Movement, and why is it popping up on TV news, magazines, and even here on TikTok? Here's everything you need to know about what it is and why it's trending. Some of the most popular creators on TikTok have already used their platforms to talk about it.
The 4B movement is a movement in South Korea right now where the misogyny and sexism is so bad that South Korean women have decided to opt out of dealing with men entirely. That is not a joke. That is not an exaggeration.
To put it very simply, the movement literally calls for women to opt out of having any kinds of relationships with men unless something changes. So the women of South Korea's 4B movement are not fighting the patriarchy. They are leaving it behind entirely. The 4B movement got its name from Korean women because it consists of 4 rules, and the B comes from the Korean word for no. The 4 tenets are no sex with men, no giving birth, no dating men, and no marriage with men. The 4Bs. Whispers of the 4B movement started as early as 2017 and started spreading on social media. Many Korean women's accounts of the discrimination they face within their culture is damning. A simple Google search on the topic will reveal endless stories from Korean women who feel suffocated by rampant misogyny, impossible beauty standards, and an abundance of sexual assaults that are pretty normalized. The Cut is a popular American publication, and they just published a story about Korea's 4B movement that puts Korean women's stories at the forefront. And that has really done wonders for Western women who are thinking about following in their footsteps. In the States, the term is surging due to the recent presidential election and people's genuine concerns about body autonomy and all sorts of other things. Korean women have formed their own solidarity network with a big emphasis on protecting their anonymity, either online or while protesting in person, venting about their struggles, expressing their pain, encouraging one another to stick to the movement and saying no. But is the movement even working? Actually, yes. According to Time magazine, South Korea has the lowest birth rates in the world, and it is expected to continue to decline. While the movement is not the only reason for the birth rate decline, even Time magazine points out that this increasing gender tension is definitely a contributing reason. So what does it all mean for American women? Let's be real. It means the men who are finding out about this movement are pissed, and that's kind of the point. Comments like this one from men who are responding are coming so close to the point, but missing it entirely as to why they want and need women, but they're so enraged by feminism, they're willing to reject something that they want and need just to prove their point. You know, that strangely reminds me of something else that was popular. What was that thing called? The male loneliness epidemic?
The male loneliness epidemic that we're about to see, this is the consequence of living in the patriarchy.
And as it turns out, many Western women have already been doing the 4B movement without even realizing it. You can call it whatever you want, but at the end of the day, it really just comes down to this. What do you think?
As you guys seen, the 4B movement originally came from South Korea, which I, for one, did not know until recently. So that just tells you that this issue that women have been dealing with has been going on for centuries and all around the world globally. And women are tired. We are tired of men ridiculing us, abusing us, R-ing us. Like, it's just been so much that women had to endure. Being harmed just because you want to go have fun and go to a wedding. Because, like, I remember my own telling me about my sperm donor talking about how she wasn't allowed to go have fun and go to weddings because of his insecurities and his weirdness. And then if she went, he would abuse her. Like, that to me was like, what? So this has been going on for centuries, and we're tired, and I'm sick of it. I didn't even know I was a low-key feminist until recently. You know what I mean? Like, literally, we don't even know that we are doing these movements without even, because we don't have a name for it. We're doing these things, but we don't have an actual name for it. And it's just an eye-opener for me, and I just wanted to share with my subbies and anyone else that does view this video that, you know, you're not alone. We're in this together, and we women need to stand together and fight this nonsense and misogyny that's going on in America. How this sexism, this racial diversion that they're trying to create, they're trying to separate us and, you know, segregate America again, and that's not gonna happen. You know, we're not gonna allow it. And I think they were talking about how they were going to do a re-election, or not re-election, but recount on the votes, which was Friday, aka yesterday. I didn't really check to see because I just don't want to see. But if I do check today, or if I do find out some more information about that today, I will make a video about it tomorrow. But as of right now, I'm just like, I know that Trump is the president. That's how I know it as. I don't know what else happened, but they were talking about recount. But some of the videos were very unreliable because some of them were saying, it was saying 2 days ago, which yesterday was the 8th, so that means the 2 days ago would have been the 6th. So that being said, I just didn't trust it. It's not current, it's not like 18. There was like at least 5 of them that said 10 hours ago. So we'll see what happens. But from my point of view, Trump is the president. We're doomed. Yeah, and then for the 4B movement, I find it very beautiful. The fact that women in Korea were able to come together and stand and actually make it a change in their country, it's very inspiring. And I just want America as a whole, the women in America, black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, I don't know, like whatever race you are, black, white, blue, orange, purple, but yeah, it doesn't matter what color we are. We need to come together and stand. My pencil case literally says we are all one human race. I have a shirt that says we are all one. We are one. Like, I genuinely feel like that. I don't have any discrimination towards any skin tone, any race when it comes to coming together as a whole, as women. I'm a girl's girl. I'll always be a girl's girl. But like, I stand with all women. And I hope and pray that all women actually do come together. Like, we as American women come together and make a change, because we are slacking when it comes to sisterhood. There is no more sisterhood. How did we come together to create women's rights? But now that we're about to lose them, we're not coming together. What happened? Where in the generations before and now did we get lost in the midst of allowing men to dictate what we do with our body? How? She doesn't really talk more. She doesn't really, the girl, the original video, which I'll be showing you guys in the next few clips, she doesn't really talk exactly what happened and how exactly they organized this thing, but she kind of gives a glimpse of things, of how women actually did it, like a little glimpse of what she thinks they could have, because she said she wasn't really originally a part of that stuff. She just spoke to the women that were a part of the program, the setting up of the 4B movement. As you guys see in the first clip, it said 4B is called character word for do not in Korean. And the four is the four things that women will not do. So no sex, no childbearing, no marriages, and no dating. And I'm gonna show you guys the clip next, and she'll tell you exactly. She'll go in depth in that situation, because I'm not really as educated on it, but I just really want to share with you guys, because I want you guys to know this, because you guys need to know this. Everyone, globally, all women around the world, whatever country you're in, whether it be Africa, Indonesia, Thailand, South America, wherever it may be, like, I want you guys all to know this. So because I do have some viewers that live in Brazil and India, so I want you guys to know this information as well, so that way you guys are educated as well. So let's go ahead and go into the next clip.
Today we want to talk about something that I think there has been a lot of international media attention on. Mm-hmm. We also cover the similar topics as part of our street interviews, as well as like maybe inviting people like you who's mm-hmm. actually qualified to talk about these things, given the fact that you're a reporter and a journalist. Mm-hmm. I think without fail, like a lot of people always asking me as if I'm the expert, just because we happen to be based in Korea. Hey, what's happening? Why is the fertility rate or the birth rate just crashing right now? Mm-hmm. What is it? And the last time I checked, was it like, what is it, 0.72? 72? I heard 0.68.
Oh yeah,
or even 6.5.
Quarter.
For quarter?
Yes.
Okay, and I know you've done your research. To set the tone, you know, in English articles, like newspaper articles, or people always talk about this 4B movement. Mm-hmm. And at first, I didn't know what that meant because it was like, hey, Stephen, do you know about 4B movements? I'm like, what's 4B movements? And then I realized it's actually those 4 Korean words. And if you take all those into consideration, that pretty much explains, at least from the female perspective, why women might not necessarily want to get married. Maybe you can give me an overview of what exactly is this 4B movement.
All right. Well, P is in Korean, and it's actually a Chinese character for saying not to do.
Right.
So 4B means females do not want to have sex. They do not want to date Korean men. They do not want to marry, and they do not want to give birth. 4B movement is what some of the minorities in the female group think about.
Would you characterize them as possibly radical feminist groups?
Yes.
Okay. So why do you think that particular group ideology or these catchphrase became this international thing where even BBC and CNN, they're only talking about, oh, this is because of 4B movements. But maybe we can get into this a little bit because you talk about radical feminists. Are there a lot of them in Korea, or is this like a recent thing, or it has been a bit of a trending thing but now it's kind of died down? What's going on?
All right, well, I think we need to first note that this 4B movement is not a new thing. I know that New York Times and other foreign media outlets have been paying attention to this movement, and I think it's because it's really catchy and it's quite very much related to the low fertility rate. But like I said before, it's not a general mainstream idea. Most of the females, they do not want to get married or give birth because of many other reasons. For example, like unaffordable house prices and the child care that they need to undertake even when they are working. Those are the main reasons why they do not want to give birth. But it's not like they do not want to date or they do not want to have sex, you know.
As you guys singing, she said that it's not that women don't want to have sex or women don't want to have kids, or, you know, date or get married. It's not that. It's the fact that the thing is, childcare is it's not cheap, okay? I would know because I've worked at daycares for a long time, and my bosses will always tell me that if I were to have a child, because I am a woman, if I were to have a child, how much I would pay and what discounts I would get as an employee working there. So instead of $400 a week, I would be only paying $200 a week per child. So you're telling me if I have 2 kids, and America and society as a whole wants women to have kids. So if you're telling me if I had a total of 4 kids, I'm looking at least like $1,000 a week for my kids to get childcare. $4,000 a month for childcare. That's a lot of good money. Okay, so women are tired of that. The fact that financially children are expensive here in America, at any country. Kids are expensive. There's childcare that's expensive as hell, and not everyone's gonna qualify for government assistance to get that paid for. Secondly, diapers are not cheap. Literally the cheapest one is like $15, and then the good brand ones are like $50, $80 a box, and those boxes only last like 2 weeks, and you need to get another box. So you're looking at a good $600 to $700 just on diapers a month, plus childcare, $400 a week. So you're looking at $1,600 a month for childcare, plus the $600 a month for diapers. You're looking at a good $2,200 a month for just diapers and the childcare. And then you gotta get wipes. Those wipes, I mean, they're like, you can get a set of 3 for $5 in certain stores. Yes, granted, wipes are a little bit cheaper for sure. I don't know why, but they are. But wipes is like a good $300 a month. So you add that $2,200 to the $300. That's $2,500 for diapers, wipes, and childcare. And then you got babies growing out of their clothes so fast, so you have to buy new clothes. Unless you go to Goodwill, but sometimes you can't really find good stuff in Goodwill, and so you have to like get hand-me-downs from churches and stuff. And if you don't have the access because you don't have the qualifications, you would have to spend like $200 a month on baby clothes to go on Shein or whatever it may be. $200 a month, but they grow out those clothes within weeks. So you're looking at, again, another $2,700 for just clothes, diapers, wipes, and childcare. $2,700 a month already. And then you have to also consider baby formula. Baby formula is not cheap, and not everybody qualifies for WIC. So that being said, I remember I was spending about $200 a month on formula for my baby sister before she got WIC. You know, before I applied for WIC for my mother. But before that, I was spending about $200 a month just on. I was spending about $200 a month just on formula. Formula is not cheap. So you already have $2,700. Then you add $200 to $2,700. You're looking at roughly $3,000 a month just to spend, just to take care of your baby. $3,000 to $7,000 a month just to take care of one baby. It's not cheap. So you're telling me that majority of my income is going to go towards my child, and then I have to have the mental capacity to take care of my needs, where I need pads because I'll have monthly periods. Period pads are about the good ones that some women have very heavy flows. So you're looking at $7 to $30 a month, depending on how much your flow is, to have period pads. Some people use tampons, and tampons are getting more expensive. Let me tell you that. Don't even give me. That's a whole period pads and all the period things and menstrual cycle amenities and stuff that you need. That's a whole nother topic. That's whole nother girl talk video. Okay, so that being said, I have to think about my personal health, and then to make matters even worse, there's health insurance that you have to pay for because the child needs to get seen by a doctor. We don't have that money. And then you have to get seen yourself because you need to make sure you're mentally and physically healthy enough to maintain your child's well-being, or else the child is going to get taken away by the government, put in foster care and stuff if you're not mentally okay or anything. So there's that too. There's like so much to get considered as a mother, because I feel like dads have more of a leeway unless they're a single dad, but dads literally have a leeway when it comes to the child. They don't have to worry about invading their mental health, their physical health, their environment. They don't have to change anything. They literally can just nut in you and move on with their life. Go back to playing their fucking video games, reading their comic books, playing basketball with their homies, going to smoke a blunt, drinking a liquor bottle, whatever. While you're here at home, getting bigger and bigger by the day, and once the child is here, it's still your problem. But they want us to have kids. They're funny. That's why I feel like the Me Too movement, the Big 4B movement is very good, because men need to understand how much women sacrifice. And if women do decide, because we are the gatekeepers, we are the gateway to humanity to continue. Humans will go extinct if women don't have kids. That's why Trump is like on our ass and trying to beat us, basically politically beat us up to force us to have kids. Because without women having children, guess what that means? The human population will decrease, just like the one in Korea, how their birth rate went from however much it was to literally 0.7%. That's barely nothing. That means not even one. That means every year only like 2 kids are being born. That's amazing they even did that. Like, and then Trump and the government and all together is a very, very scared that that's gonna happen to America, because right now America's birth rate is very low too, but not as low as Korea's, but it's getting there, and America is scared. America is scared, guys. I'm gonna talk about the next topic. My third topic of this video is the corset movement. I didn't even know that existed. I've heard of something similar to it, but I know it existed. But I'm gonna go ahead and let her go in depth on talking about what exactly that is and how that even stemmed from that to the 4B movement, and how the corset movement and many other movements before that in Korea came together, and they put all the movements together and they created the 4B movement. She's gonna speak about that in this next few clips. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll be back with you guys.
So basically,
What's the corset-free movement, by the way?
So basically, there are some of the traditional, I don't know, perspectives that are upon women, how they need to be pretty, how they need to
Dress a certain way.
dress in a certain way, and how they need to do their makeup.
I'm coming in real quick. So she spoke about basically the corset movement is women being told how to dress, how to act, how to speak, and all that stuff. And I feel like American men do the same thing. They're telling us, oh, why are you guys wearing so much makeup? I don't like women that wear so much makeup. Okay, no, don't date women that wear that much makeup. Don't date us. Don't date us. Like, don't rip my hair out. Like, stop, you know? And also, like, they also, like, come for us. They're like, oh, no man wants to be with a woman who wears so much makeup all in her face. But they be the same girls that they liking on their pictures. The same girls they cheat on you with. I mean, that's not the type of girls that will cheat on me with. I got cheated on with. But the girls I got cheated on were beneath me. Period. But that's neither there or less. Okay. But like the same girls, they're like, oh, they're literally comfy. They're like, they're like, I don't like girls with BBLs. I don't like girls who wear a lot of makeup. I don't like girls who get lip fillers. I don't like girls that wear wigs. You black, especially black men. Like, black men really don't like black women. They be like, oh, you guys always wearing them damn wigs. Show off your natural. That's why us black men always going for white bunnies, because you guys always wearing wigs. Do you know that white girl is wearing extensions? Do you know that white girl bleaches like her hair every 2 weeks to get that shade of hair in her head? Do you know that white girl is actually wearing a wig too? She's just not doing the edges. Like, stay in a man's place. So I definitely agree with that. I feel like men always been trying for centuries, trying to tell women what to do, what to wear, what's cute, and what's in, what's out. Like right now, being skinny is in, so all the girlies are eating. That's a whole nother topic, y'all. That's a whole nother girl talk for another day. Okay, let's get into it. Okay. Like, literally, girls are literally taking a Ozempic to get skinny now, because skinny is in. But that's another video that's coming up, guys. But yeah, like, it's like our body is a trend. Why must my body be a trend? You're going from liking thick females to liking BBLs to liking skinny girls to liking. I'm sorry, Bookies. You don't get to decide how my body gonna be. And there's a lot. And it's a sad thing is there's I would say 60% of women want to appeal to the male gaze because they want husbands, which I understand. But to what extent are you going to do that? Is the real question. And 40% of women don't care for the male gaze, and they get told they're gonna be single forever and gonna be a crazy cat lady. Like, it's bad having a cat. My cat is more loyal to me than you ever will be. Clock that. Clock it. Clock that T. Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it. Okay. Now let's finish the rest of this clip.
And since that tragedy, this kind of a trend, should I say, or phenomenon of females trying to express their anger and trying to not give in to society's traditional norms have become big.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that part I actually didn't know. That particular stabbing incident is what almost like gave rise to this online extremist type of radical feminism. So then, what did they do? Like, did they just organize themselves in like an online community chat groups, or like, is it just like an online thing, or is it an actual coordinated real life movement as well?
They did a lot of campaigns, offline campaigns, but most of the things were online, as far as I know. I wasn't in the community, so I don't know for sure how they did this kind of campaigns and other stuff, but it was basically criticizing the misogynist ideas by bonding with other females, right? And they would use the tactic or strategy called mirroring. So they would exactly do what males would want them to do to males.
Like what?
I don't know. For example, like if the males would want the females to, I don't know, dress like a certain way, then they would exactly say the same thing. For example, I'm not saying all the guys, all the Korean guys were saying like that, but if they say, oh, why did you not dress like a woman? Or why did you not wear your makeup? Or if I say, why aren't you, some other girls are prettier than you. Those kind of sentences, those kind of words are very...
First of all, it's very rude.
Yeah, it is rude.
So they will say rude thing back to the guys type of thing.
Yes.
I see. So there's like a real backlash in terms of like, oh, we're going to show you like a female power type of thing.
Exactly.
Right.
But it became more and more radical. And as far as I know, there were also internal conflicts even within the feminists.
I see.
Because some feminists, even if they are called feminists, they would want to dress up like a woman, right? They would want to
basically they should be
pretty.
free to do whatever they want.
Exactly. So those people, if they are being criticized, if they were criticized by other feminists for not being feminist enough, then they would have internal conflicts within themselves, right?
Wow.
So at that time around in 2016 to 2018, I guess, I think that was the time the feminist movement was very mainstream thing. It was a big thing for Korean society.
I see.
And as a follow-up movement, the 4B movement came along after some of the crime cases emerged. For example,
So additional crimes.
Yeah, additional crime cases.
I feel like the part where she said the mirroring technique, I feel like American women have started doing that too, where women are literally dating multiple men now, as they should. Clock that T, clock it. A lot of women now are dating multiple men at the same time, because if there's no ring on my finger, I'm not your woman. And I agree with that. Honestly, I regret not doing that with my last relationships, my two last relationships, particularly those two, because I did never get a ring. My first ever serious relationship, I did have a ring, so I had to be loyal, but he wasn't loyal. So that's another story for another day, okay? Let's not even get into that, because that's gonna piss me off. Okay, baby, I'll be in flames, like Lucifer himself, okay? Okay, girl. So that being said, I feel like women already been doing that, as of, not already, but have been starting to do that as of recently. More recently, women are dating multiple men, entertaining multiple men, and basically vetting men to see which one fits their criteria, because men do the same damn thing. They will tell all of us the same thing. They will make all of us feel like we're special, but the whole time they have this one girl they really like, and all of a sudden he's like, I want to focus on myself. I want to get my own place. Whole time, there's another bitch in the picture, and it hurts. You know what I'm saying? So women are tired, and I feel like 4B movement is on a rise now that Trump won. It's up there. Girls are telling girls to literally re-download all the dating apps they've ever been on and deleting their accounts, because now, since they don't want to choose blue, their balls are gonna be blue. Period. Yes, women are dating multiple men. Women they were dating multiple men, but now that Trump won and they notice that it's mostly men who voted for him, they're like, okay, clock that T, clock it. They're going to not date, not do anything sexual with men, and not give birth anymore. Babe. And also women are celibate. More and more women are becoming celibate. And so are men. Men are becoming celibate as well. Because like this is today's dating scene and society's dating scene is doomed. There's no loyalty. There's too much options. People think they have options. They're like, oh well, I can go on social media and I can meet somebody. Not everyone's gonna want to date you. Just because a girl is interested in you at the moment doesn't mean she's gonna be interested in you tomorrow. I know this because I was that girl. I would literally just be entertaining guys because I'm bored, and as soon as I'm back in my grind, like I'm like in a positive mood and not lonely anymore, I block the niggas. I was that girl. I know, shocking, but I'm just being honest. Like, these options are not really options. Some of them just want to fix, aka your DICK. So let's just stop the nonsense. But girls, we're in this together. We got this. And yeah, if there are more topics that you guys would like me to talk about, let me know in the comment section down below. That is all for this video, my lovelies. I want you guys to go ahead and turn on the post notification bell, because you don't want to see more of my goofiness. I want to see more of what you, period. Okay. I want you guys to go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, be part of my beautiful babies. Bye.
I'm pretty than a motherfucker, hoes be looking okay. She think that she fucking with me, is this bitch okay?